Mike the Truth Jackson back with another edition of Fighters Talk. And today I'm joined by Justin Ledet. He's main eventing on Legacy 55 this weekend in Houston, Texas. Justin, how you feeling today, sir?
Feeling great, man. Feeling great. Ready to get in there.
Well, how's the mullet feeling today? It looks pretty sharp, sir.
Thank you, man.
The blow, I saw it, I was just like, that motherfucker looks magnificent.
It takes time, takes hard work, man. Putting in years into this mullet, man. So looking to shine on Friday night.
See, when I had my mustache, y'all remember I had when I had the curls and shit, the handlebar. It took me about, once I got the science down to it, it took me like 20 minutes to get it, get waxing and curling it. How long did it take to get the mullet right?
I mean, well, right now I just brushed it. I usually don't brush. I usually just get out the shower, and that's when you see it all curly. So, and then that's just it. It just air dries.
Yeah, any product you put in that bad boy?
No product. It's all natural. Good hair.
Team White Skin in the building. That's right, son. Good hair. We don't care. Anyway, so you're main eventing. You're headlining the Legacy 55 card. You're taking on another striker, Bryce Ritani-Coe. You yourself, great striker. You have both an MMA background and a boxing background. What's the reason for coming back into the MMA side?
Money. I was with Jeremy Hardy, and Colin Cantrell came up to me with the offer. So I was like, hell yeah, I'm a fighter. I hate when people try to, oh man, you're an MMA fighter, you're a boxer. Nah, you give me the rules, you give me money, and I'm gonna go in there, straight up. So that's what it is.
Yeah, I'm the same way. So I understand exactly where you're coming from. Going into the fight, I want to say you took a little bit of time off. You're doing some boxing, but what was it, a month or two ago, you jumped back in the cage after a little bit of delay. What was it, Oklahoma?
Yeah, Oklahoma. I took on John Hill. He was like 8-3, 8-4 at the time. All of his wins by knockout. We was hoping he was going to stand up, but he went for the takedown early. And also, even though I still work on my strike, I work primarily on my striking. I still been working on my grappling. So came home with a guillotine submission. So
now, again, people know you for your striking. The majority of your wins, though, come via submission. The good thing about you, all your wins, well, you're undefeated. All your wins are finishes, one way or the other. So we expect to get out of the arena theater fairly early come Friday night, 'cause we got shit to do. You got shit to do, so let's get this fight over with and get out of there, right?
Man, I don't know, man. I'm tired of that. I'm hoping for a bloodbath, man. If we could go all 3 rounds and swing it out, get that fight of the year, that's more my style. These quick fights, that's all right, man. I like to get them rounds, those minutes, some blood flowing, So that's what I'm hoping for more so is a brawl. So I hope it don't end quick, so.
Well, shit. So far, so much from me going to Whataburger after the fights, because
I definitely will be going to Whataburger, man.
Yeah, see? Team White Skin, we going to Whataburger after this. That's the little routine, the little tradition that me and my guys, so we got you and your mother, y'all have to come on and join the ride. But, so give us a little bit about the boxing. Like I said, you took some time off from MMA to focus on boxing. You did that for a little bit. You're undefeated in boxing as well. What was that experience like? And, I hate when people ask me which one do I like more, MMA or boxing. So, but being in this position I'm in right now, which one do you prefer?
Boxing, for sure, boxing.
What was the reason behind that?
No takedowns.
Not only are we, well, you're a little lighter than me, but we have the same mindset as it comes to fighting. We want to go out, we want to fight.
Oh yeah.
You had any particular fight that stood out to you where you just like, fuck, I wish this dude to get off me?
All of them. All of them, man. Fucking Ike laying on me. All of them.
Now, I remember, I wasn't at the fight, but I remember hearing about that matchup a few years back, and I was like, Justin Ledet, Ike Villanueva, that's going to be a motherfucker. And it didn't turn out what many people thought it was going to turn out.
Oh yeah. We told people that was going to happen. People looked at me like I was crazy, like I was the one that was out of line for disrespecting the great Ike. But And then, you know, he went for the takedown, talking all that crap about he was going to knock me out, go for the takedown. I mean, you know, just stand up and bang. I mean, go out on your shield. That's what I'm thinking. I'd rather get knocked out than go for a takedown. I'm thinking that's a bitch move. Okay, you get rocked, you go for the clinch. That's cool. You hold a little bit. Not Amir Khan, not fucking Floyd Mayweather holding, but little hold. Get your, you know, get your legs back under you. You go back in it. You get knocked out. That's cool. Like Amir Khan just moved up and got knocked out by Canelo. Hey, you know, mad respect. You know that I hate when people you get knocked out and then you ain't shit. You get knocked out one time, shit. What? Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Now, from your perspective, in the fight game, I had this conversation not too long ago with someone, but in the fight game, there's this saying is you're only as good as your last fight. In other sports, basketball, football, baseball, whatever, because there's a season, you play back-to-back games, you can lose a game, you can lose 10 games.
Oh, yeah.
You know, you can start a season, you 0-10, and then you may finish the season off strong, and you may eventually win the title. But in MMA, you lose one fight, regardless if it was a decision, a submission, whatever the case may be. You lose a fight, and people turn on you. Why do you think that is?
Man, I don't know, man. I hate that. That's the main thing I hate about fighting in general. Is just you lose one fight. Like that's what I hate about boxing. Like you got to be undefeated. Everybody wants to be undefeated. Like how about you get some character? Like you go through your life with no scars on you. No, I want a couple scars on me. Show my battles. I want a couple losses on them records. Show that I've been in there with some tough people. Show that I've been tested. You know. But you know, I hate that, and it sucks because you know you're only as good as your last fight, and then you put so much time in it. You know, you don't get the 80 game season, the 182 game season, the 15 game season. You get the one night. You know, you train for 3 months and you get one night. I mean, you can feel like shit that day or whatever. You know, you got one night. You may have a bad night, good night. You know, but. Yeah, that's the number one thing I hate about fighting. Boy, I can sit here and talk about that all day.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Now, since you brought it up, I take it you watched the Canelo and Khan fight?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Give us your thoughts on it.
Good fight, really good fight, man. I think boxing needs more of that right there, man. I think that's what's lacking in boxing is just these guys, they want all these tune-up fights, you know. You need to get out there and fight the best guys out there, you know, just like back in the old day. That's why, like, MMA is just taking off right now. Every fight, no matter if you're coming off for an injury. Look at Dominic Cruz, 4 years off on injury, and who's he coming back to fight? Not some chump, not, you know what I'm saying, not some construction worker like, you know, Santa Cruz, you know, some insurance construction worker. He's fighting, you know, top-notch dudes, Dillashaw, you know, coming back and fighting Faber, you know, off of injuries, you know. And this is the stuff that these guys in boxing ain't doing because there's some aura around this having this zero on your record, and that needs to just leave it in general, you know. Just like over in Japan, how it was based upon, you know, how you fought. You know, they didn't care about records. They wanted to see a fighter. And that's what they need to bring back in boxing. That's what's really lacking right now.
Yeah, I think that also has to do with the sport being around as long as it has been, and they've been able to kind of tailor it to how they like it. MMA is still. Sure.
I'm sorry, that's illegal. They can't be doing that. That's illegal.
Yeah, it is. But, you know, some people don't give a shit, right?
Oh, yeah.
MMA is a fairly newer sport, so they're trying to work out the kinks. And it's one of those things where there were so many comparisons to boxing where MMA wanted to separate itself. So you have the guys, no matter what organization, even in the local levels, organizations, right off the bat, you're fighting quality guys. You're not fighting the construction workers or the guys that they found on the block. You know, You're fighting quality opposition. You're fighting someone at your skill level. You're not fighting some dude that has no business fighting. But the fight itself, what did you think was going to happen? Like, how was your when the matchup was first, Canelo and Khan? How did you think the fight was going to play out?
Man, I thought Canelo was running from Triple G, man. That's what I thought of taking the fight. I mean, Canelo, man. I mean, the 160 belt, let's get off of Canelo in general, but with the 160-pound belt, hasn't even been fought at 160 since Sergio Martinez. Like, are you kidding me? You know, like, go back and look that up. Like, that's the last time it's been fought at 160 with Sergio Martinez, and it's like, what boxing, you need to get off of these catch weights, man. Make the weight classes, make them cut weight or be at a certain weight, and that's it. Stop all this and stop. You know, they need to take some of these weight classes away, the super, the light bantam weights and stuff like that. Not the smaller classes, but like, I mean, half of like, I mean, from 140 to 150, there's like 3 weight classes. You got 140, 142, and 147. Like, what's the real weight class there? Like, that's too close, you know. But there's a lot more people, I guess you could say, in those lighter weight classes, so maybe they have to divide it like that. But, you know, at the end of the day, keep the belts at that certain weight class. You can't be fighting for belts at catch weights, you know. Plain and simple. Plain and simple.
Now, you brought up Triple G. What do you think is going on with that? Do you think it's a matter of Canelo not wanting to fight Triple G? What do you think it is?
Man, I don't know. I can't even tell you, man. These guys in the boxing, man, they don't want to fight for unknown reasons, money, small things, drug tests. You never know what it is. But fact of the matter, dude, I mean, he's the lineal champion. I mean, he has all the other belts except for the one belt that Canelo has. So he's trying to unify all the belts. Give him his shot to unify all the belts. I mean, he's the only, you know, that so you can make sure, you know, you got all these organizations over there, WBO, WBC, WBA. Let's see who the real champ at 160 is. Stop, you know, beating around the bush kind of thing. So
I got you. Now, here's my take. So I had this conversation or a little back and forth on Twitter a couple of days back. If you look at Canelo, you look at his past 5 opponents. He's fought, he's fought like outside of Mayweather, his last wins. You know, he's fought Austin Trout. He just fought I can't fucking Amir Khan. He's fighting these names. I can name I can name the 5 fighters. Now you go to Triple G's side. His last fight, I can name 2, and the 2 that I can name aren't top quality fighters.
That Martin Murray fight, hey, mad props to Martin Murray. He took that ass whooping, dude, by Triple G, man. If y'all ain't seen that fight, look up that fight, dude. That fool took an ass whooping. But nah, I mean, because there's nobody at 160, though. I mean, Canelo has a long list of fighters because he's fighting all the beasts at 147. If you really look at the weight classes, I mean, he's fighting all the guys at 147, really. And then the couple of big names he had 154. Mayweather's coming up from 147. Austin Trout was on the verge because he had that fight with Cotto. So, and Cotto is not a 160. He's a big 147, but he's mostly at 154. But he got famous off of fighting, you know, the smaller guys. So it's just the case of who's in the weight class, and then who's just popular. Just you gotta see what weight classes are popular. You can't even name 2 fighters in the cruiserweight division. That don't mean they're not beasts, because I saw a cruiserweight fight with Steve Cunningham, and I was like, damn, these motherfuckers will probably beat my ass. And I was thinking like, ain't no cruiserweight gonna beat my ass. So, you know, you just gotta look, you know, who's in the weight class, how popular it is. But Triple G, then give him his shot. You know, how does he have every other belt in the division, but he ain't fought nobody? They're always gonna tell you that. If you ain't popular, if you ain't who the crowd likes, they're always gonna tell you ain't fought nobody. They're always gonna make an excuse at the end of the day of why they don't want to fight. Oh, come down to Canelo weight. Like, that's so dumb. Like, come down to Canelo, dude. Canelo, you're bigger than Triple G, dude. You cut from like 180, dude. I don't get all these guys cutting all this weight and then talking about come down to that weight when you probably you bigger than them. You know, just like with the McGregor and Diaz, like, oh yeah, I give a lot of respect to McGregor stepping up and fighting Diaz. Diaz is the same size dude. He's just a little bit taller, dude. Oh man, Conor, he wasn't used to fighting at 170, dude. The motherfucker probably has more experience fighting at 170 than he does at 145. What, these fights that he's fighting, he's knocking them out quick. How long do you think he stays at 145? Like, you know, but this is just, you know, people just not being educated on the sport. You know, it's just a lot of these other sports, NBA, football, it's a lot easier sport. And then also you have, they have it in the high school, so you get more educated. Fighting itself, you know, you got people telling you this and that, and there's not really a lot of education to it. And then the people who do have the education behind it are few and far between. So,
what do you since you brought it up, there's been a lot of talk about the whole weight cutting thing. What is your take on it? Do you feel we should eliminate? Do you feel there should be more guidelines and restrictions? What's your take on the weight cut?
Man, whatever, man.
And the reason I ask you, and another thing,
I used to cut weight.
This one you're fighting at heavyweight. I remember you used to fight at 185.
Nah, I never fought
or
at 85.
MMA never? Or 205? Or 205? Okay, so you were fighting the light heavyweight. So you were cutting weight to make that limit. But now the last fights that I can remember seeing you in, you've been fighting a heavyweight. Was weight cutting an issue?
Well, I tried out for that Ultimate Fighter with Frankie Edgar and BJ Penn. I actually tried out for that Ultimate Fighter, got accepted on, flew out to Vegas, was getting ready to fight to get me in the house, and just was going through some things in my personal life, missed weight by 3 pounds, and just feeling shitty. I never really felt strong at 205. I mean, right now I'm probably 240, and even when I was cutting at 205, I was cutting from 230, 235, and I was cutting like an idiot. I had never cut weight before, you know. I wasn't cutting like a wrestler or something like that, and so I was feeling shitty. I was going in there feeling shitty and still performing, so I was like, man, forget this. Man, I was always worried about, oh, man, these motherfuckers going to be laying on me. But now I'm like, man, fuck it, let them lay on me. I'm tired of fucking just cutting weight, you know, at this point, and being healthy for myself. But if they want to cut all that weight, man, go ahead, man. Do whatever, you know.
So is heavyweight your permanent home now?
Oh, for sure, unless they come with some fucking money, you know, kind of thing, you know. So you coming with that money, yeah, I can cut some weight.
Now, you mentioned UFC and the Ultimate Fighter. For you, what is the ultimate goal? Are you looking to eventually make it to the UFC? Are you trying to get back there? Because you said you were there, you made it to the house, you just missed weight. Do you feel that you have a chance to eventually make it to the big show?
Man, honestly, man, I don't know, man. I've just been kind of fighting to survive, really. Just give me these checks and shit, man. Let me get that big paycheck and y'all won't even see me. I'll be gone. I'll be in Wyoming on a bison farm. I'm telling y'all. Y'all will not see me again. Let me get a big paycheck, man. I'll be gone.
Right now, the heavyweight division, just in general, you know, it's not the same as the UFC lightweights and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know, the heavyweight division is a little, you know, more thinned out, and it seems that, you know, again, you're undefeated. You haven't competed in MMA. This will be your second fight in almost 4 years, I want to say. So you string together another, you know, 2 wins to this Friday, maybe 1 or 2 more wins. You could possibly be knocking on that door, sir.
I know, but they don't want that, you know. Let's be serious. If I win this fight, what are they going to do? They're going to match me up with a grappler. It's probably going to be Jared Rosehold, because he just got cut from the UFC, right? Jared Rosehold, he's probably going to be looking for a fight. They're going to be like, yeah, we got this great striker, but we don't give a fuck. We're going to put him with this wrestler who's going to lay with him the whole time. And then after he beats this striker, we're going to say, oh, his striking sucks. So that's what's probably going to happen.
But look, you have to think of it from a business standpoint. You're a good-looking young man. You're light-skinned. You got a fabulous mullet. That is sellable, sir. That is very much marketable. And you in the UFC, you could be almost Sage Northcutt money.
Hoping, shit. That's what.
You can go open your own bison farm. You ain't gotta work for nobody else. You got your own farm out there.
That's what I might do then, shit, man. And give me a couple of fights. Give me that knockout bonus, boy. Y'all won't see me.
That's what I'm talking about. Last day, and this has been a question for a while. Has been a circle around my head. I've seen you box. You've had on the Confederate flag trunks. What's the story behind that?
Man, just trying to piss people off, man. Really, that's really the biggest thing. That's where it all stems from. And then even my nickname, El Blanco, which in Spanish is the white. So it's Justin the White Ledet, which I don't even know if anybody has even came to that conclusion. Justin the White Ledet, but he had it in Spanish with Confederate trunks. We don't even know what ethnicity this guy is. This motherfucker got some mullet. He's coming out to goddamn country songs. You know, we just trying to piss people off. You know, I really don't like people, so I just try to piss them off as much as possible, to be honest.
I thought I was a masterful troll. You may have surpassed me, sir, because I probably thought about wearing the Confederate flag trunks. I never thought about doing the country songs nor a mullet, but I love it all. See, it's like we're brothers separated at birth.
Oh yeah.
And
they didn't want me. They stopped me from wearing those shorts too. By the way, the state didn't like it. State of Texas Commission. So they put it into that.
We don't have to have a conversation with TLR. That is absurd, people. Let this man be free.
Oh yeah.
This is we're the home. What is it? I don't even know the American slogan. Land of the free, home of the brave. Let this man wear his Confederate flag shorts.
Oh, yeah.
I love it. If not, I'm gonna Photoshop some shit on you. I don't know. Wear them shits at fucking weigh-ins or something. I don't know. Justin Ledet, Legacy 55, headlining the card, taking on Bryce Ritani-Coe in the main event Friday night. You can get your tickets at cagetix.com or tune in, Access TV. Anything you want to say before we get out of here, sir?
Thank you, Mike the True Jackson. Thank you, Legacy. Thank you, everybody that helped out, man. I really had a lot of help this training camp from everybody, so thank you, everybody, from my team, SBA, ACS, Main Street Boxing Gym, everybody, Gracie Barr. Thank you, everybody.
We finished, or was we done?